Here's how to overcome your fear of public speaking. Here is how you overcome the fear of public speaking using simple but effective techniques to gain confidence and reduce anxiety. I learned how to overcome my fear of public speaking, and it completely transformed the opportunities that I was given and the presentations that I would give. By practicing a few key strategies, I've been able to speak confidently in front of others in big crowds without letting fear take over. When you overcome your fear of public speaking, you feel more confident, you deliver your message clearly, and you connect with your audience, whether it's at work, school, professionally. Public speaking becomes a tool for success rather than a source of anxiety. You might struggle with being nervous, shaky, or overwhelmed when you're about to speak in front of an audience. Listen, we've all been there. This is someone who comes from an introvert who had extreme social anxiety where he couldn't leave his college dorm all of his junior year of college. Heart racing, hands sweating, and wondering how you'll get through it, how you'll be perceived as, all these negative insecurities and thoughts just racing through your mind. It can be really intimidating. And often the fear itself makes it hard to focus on what you want to say. But this simple tip, and if you watch the rest of the video, you'll understand truly how to apply and why it's important and what you can do today. Preparation and mindset are everything. By preparing your speech and focusing on the audience rather than just your own nerves, you can shift fear to confidence. And over time, the fear will start to fade. So why is the fear of public speaking just so common? Most studies suggest it's due to a source of social anxieties. People fear being judged, making mistakes, or freezing up in front of others. The stakes just feel high, and that triggers our natural fear response. I remember one of my first presentations that I had to do when I was in school. My hands were shaking. My mind just went blank. I actually, in my 7th grade presentation where I presented over a book that I read, I quite literally froze. I did not speak. For 13 minutes, I was just mumbling, stuttering. I could barely get my words out, and I was so red and so embarrassed. Teacher felt so bad for me. She gave me a B, even though I didn't say anything, because she just felt that bad for me. Fear of messing up just took over, and it was hard to focus on what I actually wanted to say. But once I learned how to manage that fear, everything just changed. You see, the problem with letting fear take over, it not only affects your confidence, but it also affects how your message is received. You might rush through your words, forget important points, or even freeze up completely. Fear creates a mental block that prevents you from being your best. You've probably experienced that moment where your mind just goes blank or your voice just starts shaking, and it feels like the whole room is just staring at you. This fear can make your public speaking feel like an impossible task. So what's the solution? Preparation and a mindset shift. By preparing effectively and shifting your mindset, you can manage the fear of public speaking and regain control. It's all about knowing your material and focusing on your audience, not your internal dialogue and anxiety. So how to implement preparation? Preparation is key. Know your speech inside and out. Practice in front of a friend, mirror, record yourself. The more you rehearse, the more you're comfortable with what you're talking about, and the more comfortable you'll feel during the real moment of actually presenting. The mindset shift of shifting from what if I mess up to what value can I bring to my audience? What message am I trying to convey to them? Shift the focus away from you, shift it on the audience. When you focus on delivering value, your attention just moves away from the anxiety towards the impact that you can have. More likely than not, unless it's a really rude audience, the audience is rooting for you to win, not waiting for you to fail. So some practical techniques that you can use to calm your nerves. One of them is just controlled breathing. Before you step on stage, take a few deep breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4 counts. This simple exercise just reduces your heart rate and reduces your anxiety. Your body language also plays a crucial role in how confident you are. Stand tall, shoulders back, maintain a strong posture. Even if you do not feel confident inside, your body can help you trick your brain into feeling more in control. Another great technique that I personally use is visualization. Close your eyes and capture and vision what it will look like for you to deliver this with confidence, seeing the audience truly invested and engaged. This mental practice not only helps you build confidence, but it prepares you for the real moment. One of the best ways to overcome fear is to engage your audience. Ask questions, make eye contact, involve them in your presentation. That's what I did for my second one. This shifts your focus from yourself to the people you're speaking to. And again, your goal here is to provide value. It's not meant to be perfect. It's to share something valuable. And remember, the audience wants you to succeed. They're not there to judge you. More likely, they might be, but more often than not, they're not looking to judge you. They're there to gain value, learn, be inspired. That simple shift can make public speaking so much more manageable and less intimidating. Like, for example, I recently spoke to a bunch of county, city, and state folk within the IT space regarding incident response planning. And I am the least qualified to talk about that because I work for a company that does help that, but I don't necessarily have the experience that they do. I was half everyone's age. So what I did was, okay, how can I provide the most value? Well, most of these conversations and presentations usually have people speak at them, saying if they can bring value. How can I do that? Maybe giving them a platform to speak amongst themselves as to their own experiences. So I tried hosting a round table or a live Q&A, but they were all the only participants. I was just moderating it. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Could it have been better? Absolutely could have been way better. But what it did is a showcase of the audience that I was there to help bring value, not just be some random sales guy who's trying to sell them something. And listen, if public speaking just feels too overwhelming, start small. Practice speaking in front of smaller groups. My first one, in a professional setting was around 8 to 10 people. My next one was 40 to 50 people. So 4 to 5x. It could be your friends, coworkers, and just gradually build up. Each experience can help you gain anxiety or sorry, each experience can help you gain confidence and reduce anxiety. Don't be afraid to pause. Pausing gives you time to collect your thoughts and it can help drive home a point a lot better than just talking fast. And finally, just be kind to yourself. You don't have to be perfect to be effective. If you make a mistake, acknowledge it, smile, and move on. Your audience will appreciate your authenticity. Overcoming fear of public speaking starts with preparation, a shift in mindset, and practical techniques that you need to practice to stay calm. Focus on your message, not your fear. And remember, your audience is most likely on your side. Next time you're preparing to speak, try using some of these techniques. Breathe, engage with your audience, and visualize your success. Over time, you'll notice that fear start to fade and your confidence grow.